Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Chili is one of my favorite meals to cook in the fall and winter, but when I make chili, it's an all-day ordeal. But that's the fun part for me. Besides eating the chili, you also get to enjoy the acoustical and aromatic benefits the next day. So chili is not something I can make right at the spur of the moment if I have a chili craving. I'm not a big fan of canned chili, but every once in a while, you just gotta crack open a can of chili. That'll hopefully satisfy your craving, or at the least fill your belly up in a hurry. And yes, I meant to say can of salt, because canned chili is notoriously very high in sodium. Just to give you an idea of how much sodium's in canned chili, what you're watching here is when I did a canned chili throwdown with 5 different brands of chili, and at the end, after trying each one, I mixed them all together just to see what 5 different brands of chili tasted like combined in one bowl of chili. There's a link to that video in the top right hand corner if you want to find out what 5 cans of chili mixed together taste like. As I was rolling through the grocery store the other day, I saw 2 new cans of chili I'd never seen before. Castleberry's food truck favorites, stout beef chili, and adobo lime chicken chili. I love beer in my chili, and I like to drink beer with chili. So we started off with the stout beef chili, which is ground beef, pinto and kidney beans, with guajillo peppers, and a stout-infused tomato sauce. A good stout and beef sound like they would go great together. I should come up with a recipe with stout and beef. Oh, wait a second, I already did. It's called pepper stout beef, and there's a link to the video in the top right-hand corner. Is it wrong I just plugged one of my own videos? Well, if it's wrong, I don't want to be right, because I love you, the people, and wanted to share it with you. The spiciness on the stout beef chili is medium, and it comes in a 15-ounce can. Here's all the ingredients in the stout beef chili, and there's not a whole lot of crap in it. And if you notice, there's no TVP, which oftentimes it's added in the canned chili for a meat extender. Castleberries automatically get my praise for making the serving size the whole can instead of 2 or 2.5 servings per can like most chilies do, and they're all the same size can, which is how all canned soups and chili should be labeled in my opinion. I couldn't imagine opening up a can of chili and saying to one of my friends, "Hey man, let's sit down and split a can of chili." At least with me and my friends, that wouldn't go over well. The whole can of chili has 530 calories, 22 grams of total fat, 8 grams of saturated fat, 1 gram of trans fat, 75 milligrams of cholesterol, 1700 milligrams of sodium, 48 grams of carbohydrates, 10 grams of fiber, 9 grams of sugars, and 34 grams of protein. Some of you might be saying that 8 grams of saturated fat is a lot of fat. Well, when you use real meat versus TVP, you're going to have a little bit more fat, which is fine with me. And like I mentioned in the beginning, canned chilies are notoriously very high in sodium, and this chili's no exception with 1700 milligrams. So let's open up our can of stout beef chili, get it into a bowl, get it heated up, and then we can give it a try.
You can actually smell like the beer. And it's not a bad smell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can definitely smell the beer in there. Which I put beer in my chili, and I like that.
Me too. It's not overpowering the smell at all. It's actually good.
Yeah. So our stout beef chili went into the microwave for about 1.5 minutes. Now let's go over Castleberry's food truck favorites, adobo lime white chicken chili, which is white meat chicken, red and green bell peppers, white beans, and adobo lime seasoning. This is also medium spicy in a 15-ounce can. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm not a fan of chicken chili, but I'll try the chicken chili so you, the people, don't have to. Again, there's not a whole lot of crap in this either. Castleberries might be onto something. Again, the serving size is the whole can of chili. For the whole can, there's 480 calories, 15 grams of total fat, 4.5 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 60 milligrams of cholesterol, 1,380 milligrams of sodium, 56 grams of carbohydrates, 12 grams of fiber, 10 grams of sugars, and 34 grams of protein. Now let's get it out of the can, into the bowl, and then get it heated up. Right off the bat, that one's a lot looser, which it'll more than likely be looser when it comes back out.
If it's loose coming out of the can, that means it's going to be loose going into the can.
On that note, let's get the chicken chili into the microwave and the stout beef chili out of the microwave and give it a try. That actually doesn't look bad. This chili definitely appears to be hearty. It's got a nice color, but it's a little bit thicker than I usually like chili. I know some people like it really thick like this, but I like mine a little bit soupy. Either way, it's not really a big deal if it's good. So we scooped up a spoonful of the stout beef chili. That spoonful looks pretty good. Beef, beans, bell peppers, and onions. And I couldn't wait to see what this tasted like. So into my chili hole it went.
What do you think?
It's actually pretty good, but I will have to say, the beer flavor is almost overwhelming. I'm going out on a limb. If you don't like beer, you're not going to like this chili. I love beer, and the beer flavor is very strong. Try it. Can you get a big bite? What kind of tiny bite was that? Now that's a much more appropriate sized bite. So what you think, Lisa?
The texture and the consistency of everything is good. That beer flavor in there, while
Sure.
it smelt good at the beginning, is extremely overpowering, and it's not a good taste.
I would definitely say it's overpowering. See, Lisa's not a beer drinker and she doesn't like beer, so I expected her to say that. And I've got to say the meat has a good texture to it, and there's plenty of it. Before I give my final rating for the stout beef chili, let's try the adobo lime chicken chili. Now the adobo lime chicken chili also has a very strong aroma to it, but the aroma from this chili was intoxicating. No pun to the overwhelming beer flavor and aroma in the stout beef chili. This smelled amazing. But the one thing that bothered me visually is it looks like hot peanut butter. I love peanut butter and I love chili, but I want my chili to look like chili and my peanut butter to look like peanut butter. But if someone ever does come up with a peanut butter chili, I found the perfect song for it. Peanut butter chili time, peanut butter chili time. For some reason this time, I started off with a very small spoonful. Maybe it's because I don't like chicken chili. So into my mouth and down my gullet it went. I like that a lot. That is really good. That statement right there will be the most underrated statement I've ever made on my channel. Then I tried a piece of the chicken by itself, which I wasn't too sure of. That is really freaking good. I like that a lot. Then it was Lisa's turn to try it. And she went in for a big spoonful this time. I like this.
Yeah, that's actually very good.
This is probably the best canned chili I've ever had. It's nice that you get the citrus flavor without it being too citrusy. I'm just going to say it's incredible. It's damn good.
It has great flavor. Nothing in it is too much, but even the chicken has a nice... It's not chewy. It's got a good taste.
And it does
to
taste and feel like real chicken.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I was trying to say right there because it sounded like I had a mouthful of marbles, but I'm pretty sure I was trying to say that the chicken felt like whole muscle chicken and not little pieces of 4-meat slurry concoctions. So here's my final thoughts on Castleberry's food truck favorites stout beef chili. Other than the very strong beer flavor, it was still a very hearty and tasty chili. If they would just tone down that beer a little bit, it would be a very good canned chili. So with that said, I'm going to give the stout beef chili a 6 out of 10. The Castleberry's food truck favorites, adobo lime white chicken chili, was the chili I already knew before I tasted it I wasn't going to like it. Well, I was proved wrong. This adobo lime white chicken chili was nothing short of amazing. especially for out of a can. There was a whole lot of chicken, a whole lot of beans, and a whole lot of flavor, which is why I'm going to give Castleberry's Food Truck Favorites Adobo Lime White Chicken Chili a perfect score of 10 out of 10. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, share it with your family and friends, and I'll see you soon.